Hello there and welcome to a new episode of the studio project. Main theme of this vlog series is central theme is the construction of the new recording studio we are planning to build here in the barn next to our house. And we is me and my wife Anya. Obviously we make these decisions together. And sharing with you this huge learning curve that this project is to me is one of the key elements of this vlog series. The episode about the recording rooms will be postponed to next episode probably because I want to do something else today. Is answering a question that I got from a very kind lady, Rosa, who follows this channel from the beginning. And so one of the questions she asks is whether I would prefer recordings or concerts, live concerts. And that's a very good question. It's a very tough question to answer as well. I think going to a live concert has many advantages to listening to recording. I mean, you have the live ambience, you have people with who you can share emotions and interact, and that's also for the musician. I very much like playing concert, and maybe the most beautiful moments happen during concerts. I think that one of the key elements in performing music is building up concentration and focus. And building up concentration is a learning process. It never ends. I, at least as a musician, and I think many of you, have the impression that with getting older, you master certain things better, has to do also with mastering your level of concentration. I mean, concentration is for me the key to everything. Inspiration is very nice, but that's something that you cannot hold in your hands. You don't have grip to that, and concentration you do. And I believe that the higher your level of concentration is, the more opening you make for a kind of free, completely free way of playing, focusing only on what matters. If you play a concert, you have a very high level of concentration, you should. There's always a little bit of stress involved, and that makes that your focus and concentration is very high. On the other hand, we live in a time where the demands and the requirements on technical aspects from the audience and the organization to the musician are very high, and maybe that's something that the audience is not always aware of, that the musician comes on stage and he or she has to perform at a very high level, technically spoken. We are used to recordings which are flawless, and they should, I think. It's another medium, but in order to play 1 hour, 1.5 hours at the level that, there shouldn't be too much mistakes. This means that inevitably, if you play on concert, the focus is divided between the focus on essential parts of a performance, the focus on that, and on the technical side. You always will have to think more on your technique, not pressing the D instead of the C in the bass, than while you're playing, making recording session. That's obvious. And so that's one thing. Second thing, that during a performance, a concert, you have only one chance. I mean, it's not like in tennis. You cannot say I used my second serve because the first one was missed. I missed. Things have to be right from the beginning, and that during 60 or 90 minutes if there is a break between. The possibility of building up and concentration and focus only to the things that matter, that's something that happens, I think, only consistently during a recording session. And so the question, you could rephrase it again. If we look to the end result, having played a concert or having made a recording, what gives the best end result compared to what you feel is really necessary for the piece you perform. And, you know, when you record, there's only you and the microphones. There's a team behind the microphones, or in the case of our YouTube videos, there is Anya behind the microphones. There's one person. But the few CDs I made, and that will also happen in the future when we have our own label, that's very personal. If I make a recording, it's just me and the microphone. I really have not the single interaction with who's behind the microphone. I feel this concentration level going up. You make a first take, you make a second take, and the third one. You feel constantly that this level of concentration is going up. If somebody asks a question after the first take from, hey, there was a mistake in bar 5, that's really getting completely going through this concentration level, and it drops. And it makes me irritate. I mean, people who work with me know that when I'm concentrated, I'm focused, I'm not in the mood for conversations. Even for the YouTube videos, Anya knows me very well. So for me, that's just me and the microphone. And I must say, this level of concentration that you can feel very well, it's a balance between control and freedom. And it's in total balance. So for me, making recordings is something I really, really like. And it gives me a very good feel that it is an environment in which you can control every aspect you want. You can do it again. There is also a kind of moment to that, momentum. It's not the same as saying, well, we have eternity. You just keep on playing and once it will succeed. No, the piece has to be very well in your head and in your fingers. But then you have some more freedom, some more compared to a concert that leads to a higher level of concentration. So as much as I like playing concert, really I wouldn't miss it for the highest prize in the world, because you're a musician, that's an artist, and you should feel the urge to communicate and to share emotions with real people. That's the same you do on a recording, but much more direct. So that's really the first thing but making recordings, actually, I like it very much, and I'm looking really forward to do that with our own channel, with vinyl or analog tape recordings. So we've not yet figured out yet what we should do best. There is also one big but to the recordings, and that's very simple to understand. When you hear a recording, you hear what the microphones heard, and not even that. You hear what the microphones heard translated to you through your music installation. There's no possibility that I could control what your music installation is performing. But what I can control is, of course, the whole chain of recording before that. And so we return to our main theme, the recording studio. So controlling very well all aspects of musical recording, not according firstly to the sound of the instrument when you would hear it live, but to the capacity of the microphones, and that's a big difference. So Rosa, thank you for your question. That was all for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, as always, please subscribe to the channel, and so you stay tuned of next updates, and we see each other very soon again. Thank you for watching, and bye.